Hello. Just give it a couple minutes for some people to come in. Tonight, I am going to be talking about the last quarter moon in Cancer, which is going to be starting on Thursday, Friday-ish. The sun is basically still in Libra at this point. Mercury is still in Scorpio. Capricorn Saturn and Jupiter are still in Capricorn. And Venus is in Virgo and will be until the 27th of October. So I'm going to touch base on those placements just a little small bit, but I feel like I've been talking about those for the last 2 weeks. So tonight, I just don't want to give it too much energy. Can y'all hear me? Baby, can you turn the music down a little bit for me, please? So yeah, that's what we're gonna be getting into. So I guess I will save last quarter moon for last because I'm gonna do a last quarter moon reading. So the sun in Libra, reflections in relationships. That's a key energy that you can focus on when the sun is in Libra. Reflections in relationships. Finding, the great parts and not the not so great parts that you see in yourself. Finding parts of yourself in others, basically, and recognizing that mirror and being accepting of those mirror images, learning how to fully digest those reflections and shift as necessary. So that's a key energy with sun in Libra. Also just identifying imbalances, obviously, Libra with the scales, compromising, making good negotiations as it relates to communications. Libra is an air sign. Air is all about mental energy, perception, and communication. Thank you, love. So yeah, that is pretty much that with sun in Libra. Mercury is still in Scorpio and will be until the 27th of October. This is a really intense, probing energy. It's really forcing us to probe in conversation, analyze really deeply in our minds. And it's basically intended to really fuel a sense of transformation. We're very analytical, focused, almost to the point of being obsessed on certain things. So if you feel yourself really falling into that energy, just take a break, and recenter yourself so that you don't get too caught up or lose focus being too determined, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is pretty much that with Mercury. Venus is still in Virgo and will be also until the 27th of October. I told y'all, this is a very critical energy as it relates to relationships, but it's also sensual, practical, and romantic. It's just impatient and intolerant at times. So if you feel like you've been impatient or intolerant of your partner, then you will want to, rebalance out some of those energies, okay? Saturn and Jupiter are still in Capricorn. I'm not going to talk about that. I've talked to y'all about that enough. That's been happening like all year. So that is pretty much that on that. Last quarter moon in Cancer. This is a really favorable energy to work with in terms of the moon. If you saw my post on Monday, I talked about why that is. But it really forces us to get in touch with our emotion and give ourselves space sometimes when we're not ready to go full force and work those emotions out. So it's just really comforting. It's like a mothering type of energy when the moon is in Cancer. And the fact that this is the last quarter moon, which is a time when we review, reflect, surrender and release. We kind of need that to wrap this up. So that is basically what's going on in these astro streets. I said I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about working with the moon, so I am going to talk about that. Y'all, I'm so sound oriented. Like, I'm just an auditory person. So every little sound just throws me off. Like, any little sound can make me lose my thought. Like the tea kettle just right now made me lose my thought. And I love audiobooks. Like, I learn best listening to audio. I remember people's voices sometimes before I remember their face. I don't know why I'm like this, but it's just a thing. But I said I was going to talk a little bit more about working with the moon. And I had talked to one of my clients about this the other day. And I wasn't going to share it because I felt like, you know, maybe some people aren't ready for this, or they don't want to work with it. And if you don't, that's fine. But I'm just giving it to you if you do, okay? So basically, when working with the moon, it's not necessarily working moon to moon, because when you think about it, you're going to have a new moon and a full moon basically every month. This month we have 2 full moons. You're not really going to get much done in terms of like the big picture of what you want in 4 weeks, unless it's like something small, you know, that you're trying to accomplish. So a better measure of intention and growth and success is to measure from new moon to full moon of each sign, because that is going to happen like every 6 months. So like, we're about to have this new moon in Libra. So the next time there's a full moon in Libra, you need to see how far you've come with the intentions that you decided to plant with this new moon in Libra. And then you just want to keep going with that cycle. I hope that made sense, but that's just an easier way to manage your progress. And then as each new moon and full moon comes along, you know, within that period, you can work with the waning and waxing energies in terms of what you're doing. And also you can work with that first quarter moon kind of really amplification and directional process. And then that last quarter moon surrender, redirect, and review process. Does that make sense, you guys? I hope that made sense. But that is the best way to work with the moon in terms of actually accomplishing your goals, manifesting more money, manifesting love. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to calculate that. And you don't want to be putting hard intentions on yourself every single new moon, because that's going to be counterproductive to what it is that you're trying to do. Now, you do want to review where you are every new moon and redirect, you know, and maybe start something new if you're ready to jump on that new path. But, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. So that's that on that. That's all I'm saying on that. Other than that, y'all, I'm going to be doing the last quarter moon collective reading for you guys. If y'all have tarot questions, you can drop them below. I'm going to draw cards for you guys. A couple of things that I wanted to touch on tonight in terms of conversation. I feel like we are living in a world now where pornography is everywhere. It's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on Snapchat, it's on TikTok, it's on Triller. It's just everywhere you look, there's ass and titties and dicks and mouths and everything everywhere. And I mean, I'm all for sexual fluidity. I'm all for sexual freedom. You know, I have my own kinks, and I'm all for people having their kinks. So this is not me negating that. But what I will say is, I feel like this influx of pornography everywhere takes away from the intimacy and the connection of relationships, especially when it comes down to sex. Because, you know, I've studied psychology, and it's scientifically proven that watching pornography has negative effects on the brain. You know, like, it promotes violence, it promotes degradation of men and women, and not just in a sexual context. So that means that people that are watching pornography on a regular basis, which there's a lot of people that are addicted to porn, are more prone to go out and shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's just weird to me that our society is is so focused and centered around sex. I'm all for sexual freedom, like I said. But I feel like when we are teaching young girls and boys that their body and that sex is all they have to give, and that's all that they have to promote, and ass and titties and wop, and like, I just feel like we need to be giving more than that to our children. I don't even have any children, but just the way that I'm seeing the decline in intimacy, in connection, in even relation. See, Sarjo just said there's a lack of intimacy and connection. Exactly. The way I'm seeing the decline happen, it's alarming to me, because for me, like, I'm a lover. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be intimate with my friends. I'm not saying I want to have sex with my friends, but I want to connect to my friends on an intimate level, on a deep level, to where they feel safe with me, I feel safe with them, and we can be ourselves. And I feel like with the way that things are going, we don't even have that really anymore. Like, I'm lucky that I still have people around me that I can connect with, but it's so crazy to me that it's normal not to be intimate and deep with your friends, not to trust the people who you surround yourself with. It's normal not to Becky says hi, baby.
Hey. Sandra said hey, Gia. Hey. Brilliant.
But yeah, it's so weird to me how that's normal. Like, that's not normal. That's very dysfunctional. It's very disrespectful, and it speaks to your emotional capacity as a human, and not only a human, a grown-ass adult. And the fact that you don't have the emotional capacity to hold space for other people and their emotions and their deep intimacies the same way that they do for you. Like, that's crazy. The fact that when people fall out with their friends, they're posting all of their deep, dark secrets on social media. Like, to me, that's crazy. Extremely dysfunctional. Yes, Arjo, extremely dysfunctional. Like, I feel like, what the fuck is this? Like, where are we living that we get off on being trolls? Like, it's basically BDSM in the form of conversation. And I'm all for BDSM, but bitch, I don't want you talking to me in that manner. Like, I don't want you handling me like that if you supposed to be my friend. Like, I don't want you, like, to me, keep that shit in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not be out here getting turned on simply for pissing each other off. Like, what kind of sadistic ass shit is that? Why are you, baby, you know what BDSM is. Yes, you do. Google it, baby. You know what BDSM is. So we can bondage, masochism, sadism.
I'm supposed to know what the fuck that is? I'm sorry, I'm slipping. I didn't know what that was.
You know, when you be tying people up and whipping them.
I mean,
and all
I know
that
what
shit,
it is. I didn't
that's
know
all a part of BDSM.
I didn't know it had its own slang.
Yo, wait, I've been so cold all day. I got my damn heater on. I had to turn it off. Sweating. I'm like, babe, you know what BDSM is. Come on now. Like, don't.
I didn't.
Okay, girlfriend.
For real,
it's
I
okay,
didn't.
I love you.
I'm sorry.
So,
now I know.
So anyways, you guys, I just feel like the influx of pornography being everywhere has influenced this behavior, and I am not particularly fond of it. It makes me not feel safe going anywhere, to be honest with y'all. Like, I don't feel fully safe going out because of all of this COVID-19 stuff. I don't feel, oh, thank you. I mean, I'm not scared that I'm going to get COVID every time I go out. I feel like my immune system is high enough that even if I were to contract COVID, I would be fine. And I feel like I already had COVID in December. So I don't know. Maybe you can get it again. I don't know. But either way, that's not what scares me. It's other people's fears and their projections of these fears that scares me. And then also, I live in Texas. Okay? Texas. It's a very conservative state. I live near Austin, where it's majority white people. And I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe when I go into a room and I'm one of 3 in a room of black people, in a room of white people. I don't feel safe because of the racial climate that we're living in. And to me, like, that's not okay. I should not have to feel like that. I shouldn't have to feel like that. And then I feel like every time I get on the fucking internet, it's ass, titties, and dick everywhere. And I'm like, with all the shit going on in the world, you would think that the last shit that they want to be promoting is sex. How about we promote herbal healing? How about we promote people drinking tea? How about we promote, you know, connecting with your community, because we're about to go through a hard fucking time. Like, I don't know. I'm just sick of the bullshit, me. So maybe I'm just venting to you guys and you guys are my therapy. But I know I'm not alone in these feelings. So I don't know. Y'all can chime in the comments. But
I've like been disconnected from it for a minute, so I don't really see it.
it's not even just social media. It's social media is a whole different story, because social media is just triggering in and of itself. So that's just like a whole different situation. It's everything. It's social media, it's TV, it's every time you are on Google. It's crazy. I don't know, y'all. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Y'all, we don't have no more ginger for my tea.
It makes the tea, yes.
I'm so hurt. And you ain't even put no CBD in it. Y'all, she don't love me today. You know, I'm not a big fan of social media either, but you know, I have to be on social media to promote business right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. How you just normalize talking about eating ass like you gotta like
not
cook
ready
dishes
for
for you. For real though, like everything, I don't know. It's just crazy to me, like the world that we're living in. And you know, maybe I'm just old fashioned, but I just feel like everything is not for everybody, you know, and I just don't like the direction that the masses are being pushed in. Now, there are a lot of us who are not very influential, and you know, we're going to see right through the bullshit and keep it moving. But there are some people who are going to be influenced by the shit. I feel like I can deplete my sexual energy if it's overactive. Exactly. Exactly.
Like that,
Most people actually are like that and they don't even know it. Most people deplete their sexual energy by being overactive. And they don't even know it. They feel like they want to have sex all the time, and it's not that you want to have sex all the time.
No,
you want to create all the time. So you can deplete your sexual energy if it's overactive. I feel like that's accurate for me too. But I feel like it depletes our creativity, because sometimes our sexual energy doesn't have a choice to be doesn't have a choice but to be overactive, because of all of this influx of pornography everywhere. But then when you pair that with the lack of connection, with the distance, with quarantine, but even before quarantine, with just lack of connection, lack of intimacy, lack of communication, that creates destructive relationship habits and patterns. And that's why a lot of people can't be with nobody, to be honest. But hey, I'm just the messenger. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox. But I just want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about that. And I hate to say this, but stay woke. Stay woke out here in these streets. Cause baby, woo, don't get caught slipping. That's for sure. Do not get caught slipping. Do not get caught slipping. I don't know, y'all. I'm just so tired because I just feel like there's been so much bullshit being thrown left and right. And I'm just like seeing things and hearing things. And I'm like, girl, oh my God, what? You cannot save the world by yourself. But hopefully I can reach y'all one at a time, you know, and continue on my own climb at the same time. That's all I can do, I guess. That's all I can do. But I just wonder, like, what this is gonna look like in 5 years or 10 years. I really am curious how this is going to affect the youth. Because if you guys think about like the year 2000, maybe 2005, 2006, I was probably in maybe 8th grade, 7th grade at that time.
Oh shit.
Maybe 9th grade. What? I don't know. I was young. 6 or 7 probably.
In 2006.
2005, 2006, yeah. And I remember like that whole crunk era where it was just like, you know, to the window, to the wall,
I don't know, 5th or 6th grade.
to the sweat drop down my balls. And you know, all the jams, they was crunk, but when you think about the song, the lyrics, like my goodies, my goodies, my goodies, not my goodies. Like when you think about the messages, you know what I'm saying, that were becoming popular during that time. And then you think about the music now, it makes you think like, damn, that era really changed music. Like, music was nasty before that.
It is. They just said that shit in slick ways. What's that thing?
No, but see, it became mainstream when Southern rap took over. I feel like we was already on that down here, but it became mainstream, and now everybody. And then when Nicki Minaj came out, and it was like everybody on that bedroom song, I can make your bed rock. That song right there. All the explicitives. I'm telling y'all, all this stuff, it just trickles down. I may not be making sense to some people, but all these things, like the culture, the music, the images, the symbolism, it just trickles down until we become desensitized to it, and then they just give us more and more and more and more and more to accept. And then, like, we just stop realizing what's being put in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost as like it becomes second nature. It's normal. The sergeant said it's normal. Yeah, it's normal. So I just feel like, she said WAP. I don't have a problem with the song WAP. I like the song WAP. But I just feel like, you know,
let's stand up in it. That's the name of that old school song.
By Deshauna.
You can't tell me that song wasn't nasty.
I don't have a problem with the song WAP. I like WAP. But I just feel like let's not only be empowered by our wet ass pussy. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like vulgarity. I'm mannish, y'all. I'm a lesbian and I'm managed as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. I like all that vulgar ass shit. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I don't like porn. I do, but I don't watch porn as much as I once did, simply because I realized how much it was taking away from like actually connecting sexually. Like, I feel like when you watch a lot of porn, you have unrealistic sexual expectations to begin with. But the other side of that is just like, you just start to, I don't know, I feel like you can't relax during sex. You can't trust anyone because you're just thinking about busting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not thinking about the intimacy of it. You're not thinking about like your body touching your partner's body and like the sounds and like the beauty, the love making aspect of it. You're just thinking like, I need to come. And like, for me, that's not, I have too much Scorpio and Capricorn energy in my chart for that. That's like not gonna cut it at all for me. So once I got to a certain age, it was like, porn, like, it's cool, but I don't need that. Like, I would rather think about my own sexual experiences or imagine a sexual fantasy in my head, you know, because that's pushing my creativity even more, which is what sex is for. Sex is here to create. Now, we don't always have to be procreating and creating children, but it's the energy of creation. You know what I'm saying? The energy of creation. Sarjo said, give me tantra, not porn. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes. All right.
Theodonis Ely is who sung the song. Stand Up In.
I'm so done with her, y'all.
Y'all
I don't
go
know
listen
why
to it.
I ever invite her into my lives.
Go.
Because she always just say the most random off the wall shit that don't go with nothing.
It went because you was talking about songs.
I just said that even though there was music that came out before that, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when all this explicit music went mainstream.
But I'm just saying it's big.
Girl, ain't nobody thinking about the office.
He said they can stroke it, they can eat it, but you ain't done a doggone thing until you stand up in it.
I can't stand her ass. I swear. Aries, Sun, Gemini, Moon, y'all. Exhibit A. Like, I'm so glad. Yes. Gabby said there have been studies where guys who've been exposed to porn at a younger age struggle with erectile dysfunction when they're older because of unrealistic expectations they have because of porn. Yes, exactly.
See, she said the fuck. That's back in the gap. They been.
I can't. I can't not.
Oh, she's talking about the Aries and all that shit you said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know what none of that means, so y'all got that.
You need to learn so you can be aware of why you act like this.
That's all right. We go. Girl, what you putting on your lips, girl?
Oh, you know, that's a little sweet sage.
Yeah, who
About
made
11
that?
months.
Who made that, girl?
I made this, girl.
What?
I whipped this with my own hands, girl.
Oh, shit.
You know, y'all can buy this on my website, though. While my girlfriend doing a plug for me and stuff.
I'm not going to Time Away.
You need to go to Time Away. I'm glad somebody agrees with me that your ass needs Time Away.
But you love me, though.
I do. Y'all, our anniversary is on Halloween. It's going to be 5 years with this woman. Lord, I can't believe it's been this long. Y'all just pray for me.
I'm praying too.
Just continue to pray for me.
He's a whole building around us.
All right, y'all. I could talk about a whole bunch more shit, But what I will tell y'all is this. It's 2020. Shit is getting exposed left and right. If you're not paying attention, that's on you, not on anyone else. It's in TV, it's in the music, it's in everything. It's on social media, like everything.
She's throwing shade.
Watch your children. Because, what you mean she throwing shade? She's a whole ass Leo out here with the Aries moon. She just saying, y'all can be a lot to do.
Oh, I didn't know she was on my side. She not on my side. She on your side.
Anyways. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her, I swear. I just... Shit's being exposed left and right. You need to pay attention. You need to protect your children. Protect the women around you. Okay? And pray for these men. Because I feel like men are getting a bad rap right now because... I mean, they are doing a lot of fuck shit. I'm not gonna lie. They are doing a lot of fuck shit. But, they're just an uprising of matriarchal energy right now and divine feminine energy. And so men are getting a bad rap. And, I don't think that all men deserve that. I do think that there are still good men in the world. And I do think that, you know, the divine masculine and the divine feminine should always be in balance. So I don't want you guys to adopt this culture of toxic femininity where it's like, fuck men, these men ain't shit, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Like, y'all are dating these men, y'all fucking these men, y'all having kids with these men. So you can't speak like that. I, on the other hand, am not doing any of the above. So if I can sit here and say that, I feel like y'all should be able to do the same and build men that are deserving up, you know, in terms of just letting them know that they're at least safe with you, that they can break with you if they need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all need that, including men. Men are not respected anymore, especially black men. That's a fact. And they've done a lot of it to themselves, being greedy, being assholes, being mindless. But at the same time, just like all women aren't scandalous, gold diggers, all men aren't like that. You know, you have to at least build your sons up and speak life into your sons. You know, you can't be out here saying men ain't shit and they ain't never gonna be shit, and then you have a son in the next room. Like, that's not conducive to anything. So let's just, instead of spewing negative narratives, how about we talk about solutions, or, you know, talk about the negative emotions that we've experienced due to the narratives that have been pushed upon us. Even though I don't have no ginger for my tea, y'all, it's still really good.
Cause I made it. Anything that I lay hands on, good girl.
It is. She's not lying, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I look like this, because my girlfriend, I was probably like 25 pounds lighter, but she just be cooking so good, and then I'm always eating, and then she just be like, see? So I be like, damn girl, you still fine even though you tired of your fupa. That's love, y'all. But yeah, you know, I just feel like we all need to love on each other a little bit more. And allow ourselves to connect. I feel like a lot of us are afraid to show our body and be comfortable in front of our partners because we don't look like Instagram models. You know, I feel like there's some of us that don't want to be naked for too long because we have certain insecurities. And it's not because we feel like we're not beautiful, but it's because we feel like we don't look like image A. But I just want to invite you that if you're comparing yourself to those images, don't even compare yourself to old images of yourself. You know, as you evolve, your body will evolve, your mind will evolve. And you just got to be able to adapt and roll with the punches and embrace and receive love at every aspect of yourself. Okay? That's it, y'all. That's it. I can go on all night and just talk to y'all about everything that's on my mind. But I'm not going to do that. I just feel weird not coming on here every week. But I honestly felt like it was no need for me to go live today, to be 100% honest with y'all. I just was like, I have to do it because I always do it. But I was like, there's really nothing new going on in astrology except this last quarter Cancer moon. I do want to give them a collective reading, but other than that, I mean, that's it. That's really it. I even think that I might start going live with y'all every other Wednesday. I'm just about to rebrand a lot of things and restructure a lot of things, you guys. So just get ready for the ride. Shop11moons11.com. Y'all better get these 11 moons, or not 11 moons, but get these readings while they're 11/11, because that's going away with the new year, unless you join the subscription. So get them while you can. Full moon readings are out. You can do last quarter moon readings, because that's where we are. Our new moon is going to be on the 16th of October, new moon in Libra. So I'll be talking more about that next week. But other than that, that's it. If y'all don't have any questions, I'm going to pull for the collective reading, and then I will let y'all go. Thank you, Boom. You are fine. You look good, girl. Sarjo look good, y'all. She do. She looks really good. Her skin is so like clear. Oh,
sorry, one of your friends that's not in the States, right?
Yeah, she's in the UK.
We don't have to come visit.
Girlfriend, how you just planning trips?
Because we friends. Right, Sarjo? We friends.
Girl, I'm tired of my fupa, but whatever. My girlfriend like this, so I just let it live. Hello. Hello, hello.
See, she said yes. We are friends. We will have about fucking right.
I'm sure we would. This girl, Sarjo, be having me laughing all day, every day. My girlfriend be like, who you smiling at in your phone?
Girl, because I'll be about to real quick slide 1, 2, but she be like, it's Sarjo. And I'll be like, all right, bet.
Girls, what you gonna do?
Nothing.
You know. She drives me crazy. Crazy. Crazy is what her ass is. You make me want to throw my pager out the window, call MCI to cut the phone call, break my knees so I can't move, cause you a bugaboo.
Hit it. Shoulder roll. Hit it. Oh, shimmy that shit back.
I had to hit him with the bounce. Girl, don't nobody be worried about her ass. She just crazy.
I just be talking shit.
All she do is talk shit and be petty all day.
If I ain't talk shit, you would feel like I ain't fucking with you and I don't love you. Right?
Isn't that crazy though?
I'm just saying though.
Did you hear what you just said?
Oh, we can get along. She talk shit all day. Let's go.
I cannot. Where's Tiana when I need her? Where she be at when I need her? When I need her back up?
It's all right. That's the first step to recovery is admitting it. It's all right. I
Well,
admit it too. I know. I got a little,
Oh, because I was finna say, did you admit yet?
Badass kid.
Her and Tiana. Bad. Oh, these are good cards. Okay, you guys. So, what toxic patterns are we being asked to review? Queen of Wands. When the Queen of Wands comes up as a negative, she's going to represent self-doubt, not believing in your confidence, not believing in your charisma, not being receptive to criticism, not being willing to adapt or change, getting stuck in your own way. She's very much fire energy, very much Aries or Leo, like we're talking about, where it's like, I know who I am, I know what I want, and there's really not shit that you can tell me. But sometimes there is some shit that you need to learn, and you need to humble yourself and be willing to take that. What adjustments can we make to effectively shed those patterns? For that, we have the Knight of Wands. So again, be willing to learn. Also, learn how not to act solely on what you want and your impulses, but act on strategy, act on intention. Okay? How can we invite the spirit of gratitude and abundance into our lives? The Four of Cups. Let go of what's no longer serving you. There's something in your life right now that is not fulfilling you, that you're unsatisfied with, and you've been unsatisfied with it, but you're to keep settling and accepting and dealing and blah, 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 blah. And why? Let it go. Let the cup float away so you can make room for something else. Be grateful for the lesson that the cup taught you. Be grateful for the gifts that the cup bring, and release it. Let it go. What emotional burdens are limiting our abundance? We don't know how to detach from things. Let it go. Let it die. As you go through your rebirth process, you gonna have to leave some shit behind. You can't you can't expect to create a new life for yourself still clinging to the parts of yourself that don't belong in your new life. And that's sometimes easier said than done, but you got to be willing to do the work of detachment. Let it die. Whether it be a piece of you, a relationship, a job, a location, a friendship, a business. If it's not working, if it don't fit, it must acquit. Let it go. That's the emotional burden that's limiting our abundance. Detachment. We don't know how to detach and release our emotional codependency from situations. How can we effectively honor and release these emotions? Seven of Pentacles. Know when to walk away. Spirit is not playing with y'all tonight. Know when to walk away. Walk away. You've gotten what you needed to get from the situation. You keep thinking there's going to be more green on the other side, more abundance on the other side. There's not. Get your nose out of the tree. Take the assessment. Amplify what you need to amplify, and release what you need to release. What immediate action can we take to validate the desire for change? Queen of Pentacles. Know your worth. Know your worth. Know how much you bring to the table. Stand firm on your ability to be self-sufficient. Stand firm on your ability to be nourishing and pure of heart. I'm sorry for attacking y'all. Y'all the only ones in here, so this message got to be for y'all. All right. And then additional guidance and considerations. We have the health card come through. Now, we all know that stress is directly related to our health, and the number on this card is 71. I just talked to y'all about the number 7 in assessment. 1's new beginning. 8 is going to be our rebirth. So obviously, we're all going through a transitional period or a rebirth process. Gabby is actually pregnant. So, do not allow the stress of emotional burdens and codependency to become so heavy that they start to affect your physical health. Okay? I feel like that is what this card is saying to you guys tonight. We also have karmic completion. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. So I'm going to read it to you guys, okay? But what the card basically means is you already did the shit. You already paid the karmic debt and now you need to let it go. Period. You already did it. It's over. Let it go. But let me go ahead and read this to y'all. This card indicates the end of a karmic lesson or cycle where you've successfully cleared a contract or debt from your past. This could refer to a challenging situation you have recently conquered in your life or a troubling experience with an individual that involved a great deal of effort or pain. Even though there are ongoing lessons to confront throughout the course of your life, you will never have to experience this particular lesson again. This card also represents the Wheel of Fortune, where whatever goes up must also come down. Just as the tides are constantly ebbing and flowing, you are being encouraged to adapt to both the highs and lows in your life, for it is in your ability to adapt that you will make your dreams come true. By stating this too shall pass in the face of each and every experience, you will remain centered, grounded, and stable. And the affirmation is, I clear debts from my past and create a happy, harmonious life. So there you go. You already did it. You learned the lesson. You were on the roller coaster. You got off. You decided you didn't like it. Stay off of that shit. Stop going back to it. And then we have the horse. And the horse represents stability, security, represents direction, forward movement. Okay? So while you're gathering yourself and releasing these things, you're going to have to reestablish the energy of the horse. And it's going to be hard work, but it will be worth it in the end. Because you will end up being self-sufficient. You will feel grounded and back down to your earthly position where you can carry out your intentions and be your own mode of transportation, if that makes sense. Like, be your own vehicle of change. That's what I'm trying to say. Be your own vehicle of change. That's it, you guys. I feel like that was a powerful last quarter moon reading. That's it. That's all I have to say.
I have a good idea.
What, baby?
I think since it's just them two, and they're always, on here, you should read a poem.
No.
Why
What
not?
the hell, girlfriend? No. That don't have nothing to do with nothing.
But you said you've been wanting to, think about reciting your poetry again, and
Not today.
y'all see how she just shoot me down? I'm
'Cause
sure
I'm
y'all
just-
would like to hear her poetry.
I'm just trying to figure out, how did she pull that out of her hat of all things? What? You want me to read a poem? No. First of all my poems are on my phone.
No, you got them in my phone because you always.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're not finished in your phone. She crazy. She crazy. No, she crazy.
I just be trying to support you. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, girlfriend. Give me a kiss.
Nah, bro.
Yes,
No.
give me a kiss.
Go ahead, about your business.
She want to fight me so bad, y'all. All right. I guess I'll get out of y'all's hair. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Jazz. But I'm about to jig up out of here. And I'll see y'all next week when we talk about this new moon. All right? Good
Hey,
night.
Jazz.
Girlfriend, can you give me a kiss and act like you love me? See, that wasn't so hard.